I suddenly realized the fly in front of me was my dead boyfriend. With tears in its eyes, the fly wrote my name. At first, I thought I was losing my mind, so I started asking it questions. To my shock, it answered every single one correctly. It even used gestures to explain that a rich man was the one who killed him. The moment I understood that, I made up my mind. I was going to help my dead boyfriend get revenge, so I started training the fly like crazy. I even made him a tiny gas mask and a pair of Wolverine-style metal claws. That way, he could boldly fly straight into the rich man's house and finish what he started. The fly began tormenting him non-stop. At one point, it chewed through a power cord and exposed the copper wire, almost electrocuting the guy. Then, one day, while harassing him again, the fly accidentally discovered a miniature cannon model. After studying it closely, he immediately signaled for me to make some gunpowder. I packed the powder into a steel tube and tested its power. The blast punched straight through a soda can, like it was nothing. So the fly started loading the gunpowder into a tiny basket and carrying it bit by bit into the rich man's model cannon. By then, he had already come up with a bold new plan. Meanwhile, the rich man had been pushed to his limit by the constant torment. He couldn't take it anymore, so he installed security bars on the windows and surveillance cameras all over the house. From that point on, anyone entering had to pass a security scan. The fly tried sneaking in by hiding in someone's hair, but the scanner detected him immediately. If we wanted revenge to continue, he had to work with me, so I secretly loosened the bolts on one of the rich man's window frames and created a tiny opening for the fly. The second he got inside, he flew straight into the man's clothes and used his metal claws to rip into his skin. The rich man was in unbearable pain almost instantly. When he touched himself, his hands came away covered in blood. The non-stop torture was driving him completely insane. He couldn't understand how that fly kept getting into his house. After reviewing all the security footage, he finally realized I was helping, so he kidnapped me on the spot and dragged me back to his house. To save me, the fly willingly dropped to the floor, ready to be crushed. But just as the rich man took off his shoe to stomp him, the fly suddenly came up with another plan. He grabbed a needle from the floor and stabbed the man with it. The rich man howled in pain. Furious, he slammed the fly down on the table, ripped off his wings, and drove a steel pin through his body. That's when I shoved the rich man aside and quickly pulled the pin out of the fly. But by then, he was already on the verge of dying. The fly crawled onto my hand and used gestures to reveal his final plan. I understood immediately, so I turned to the rich man and suggested that we burn the fly alive. The rich man lit a match, and in that exact moment, the fly, already covered in gunpowder, leapt through the flame and flew straight into the miniature cannon. The powder ignited. A steel ball blasted out of the cannon and drove straight into the rich man's heart. Then it slammed into a gas tank behind him. The leaking gas ignited instantly, triggering a massive explosion. I had already hidden myself, exactly the way we planned, and the rich man was swallowed by the flames.